Some of you can probably recognize my computer. I've been using the same computer case for over 15 years. I purchased one of those computer desk caddies or computer mount systems, and my computer ended up crashing to the ground. It broke the front panel. The front panel you see now was created with a 3D printer. I think it looks better than the original front panel. I want to let people know it's right out of the 3D printer. The front panel has not been sanded or painted. You might see some slight discoloration and fingerprints, but overall I think it looks just fine. If you look at the new front panel, you can tell I have more than enough USB ports, and I do have the microphone/headphone port as well. I didn't really need to install that little circuit board from the old front panel onto this new front panel. I think it looks nice without it. The power button and reset switch are square. I think they look really cool, and I like where they're placed. They're aligned with the top of the floppy drive. Where the two red lines are is where there's some extra structural reinforcement. The bottom red line's a little bit thicker, and that is where the two pieces come together. My friend's 3D printer couldn't print out a big object like this, so it had to be divided into two halves. I wanted to mention that on the back side of the front panel, where the expansion bays are, there's a 45-degree angle beveled edge or a chamfer. It makes it easier to slide on the front panel if there's any devices in the expansion bays. Where the holes are on the side panel, I want to cut a rectangular hole that's about 12 inches by 1.5 inches and replace it with metal mesh. I think it'll look a lot nicer. We are now looking at the inside of my computer case. You can tell there isn't much room between my 750 watt power supply and the devices I have in my large expansion bays. That's okay. If we scroll down, you can tell I have 5 internal hard drive bays. I have those 5 mechanical hard drives striped in a RAID 0 array. I imagine most of you can tell that these two computer cases are micro ATX cases. They only have the 4 expansion slots. If you notice, the one on the right is about 1 inch shorter. That is my computer case. It's kind of nice to have a really super small micro ATX case that has the 3 large expansion bays, because most micro ATX cases only have 2 of the large expansion bays. I think my computer case has the perfect amount of internal hard drive bays and external expansion bays. There's some really cool devices that are designed to be used with 3 large expansion bays, and that's why I really wanted mine to have the 3 large expansion bays. If I want to, through software RAID, I can stripe together 10 mechanical hard drives. I could use an external hard drive system to do backups, or I could also just stripe together 8 of them and then use the other 2 drive bays to hot swap. I imagine in a couple years from now, I will have a system similar to what you see right now. I don't really need my Blu-ray burner anymore. And if I did need to make Blu-ray disc, I could just get an external Blu-ray burner. They're powered by the USB cable, so you don't have to worry about a third-party adapter getting chewed up by your dog. I wanted to mention that they have adapters that can convert a 3.5-inch hard drive bay into 2 drive bays for the 2.5-inch drives. I had to modify my computer case slightly by drilling extra holes so that the SATA cables and power cables would connect towards the front of the computer. If I get the smaller 2.5-inch solid state drives, I'll be able to install a much bigger graphics card. I should mention I cut holes in the bottom of my computer case so my graphics card will never get hot. 5 years from now, I might get a device like this to put in one of my larger expansion bays. I don't know what my computer will look like 5 years from now. I just know it will look different than what it looks like now. When I first got this computer case, I thought it was the coolest looking computer case I ever seen. I was also blown away by the features and functions that this particular case had over a lot of the other micro ATX cases. It was cool that it had the 5 internal hard drive bays, and the fact that it had the 3 large expansion bays was awesome because I really did need to have my Blu-ray burner and my 2 hot swappable hard drive bays. And this was one of the very few micro ATX cases that had everything I wanted. And it's also a little bit smaller than a lot of other micro ATX cases. I can't just go out and buy another micro ATX case with all the features and functionality of this particular micro ATX case. I hope after watching this video, people can understand why I needed my friend to print me out a new front panel for my computer case. Which front panel do you folks like better, the old one or the new one? There's no right or wrong answer. It's personal choice.